Alrighty, everybody. We are going live on Juno Beach for a little bit. Just for a smidgen. We're on the night version, actually, at this time. Now, doesn't this look nice? Doesn't that look nice? Yeah, it looks pretty nice. We're on a pub stream. Yes, pub stream. Here on the Canadian Forces 24/7 server. Just for a little while, like I mentioned, just for a little bit. We'll see how this goes. Follow Neo up to the front line. Let me go ahead and put up the poll. Okay, and we're good. Yes, we played the day one earlier for the mixed competitive match on console. This is console as well. Just keep that in mind. It did feel a little bit of stuttering, but maybe not now. How many players are we working with? Let me just take a look. Okay, we are sitting at 95, so it is a full house. Let's go take a look. No, that's a full truck. He's trying. Oh no. What happened to the driver? Okay, there we go. Let's see how this truck fares. Oh, no. Oh, no. We got a team killer. Oh, no. Oof, a lot of team killing in that truck. Mamma mia. Sort of expects someone to have a vote kick placed against them momentarily, because that was pretty brutal. Nice ambiance out there to the distance. Here we go. We got a pretty even split. Market Square. We haven't seen Market Square yet on Juno Beach, but here we are. course. I was waiting for it. I knew it was going to come in. Snobby Basha. The fly takes a bunch of flame right there. Good opening fight, but it looks like it's going to go to the Axis. Now, we did just... I came in at a previous game where the Axis did get 5-0, so the Canadians did win that one. But of course, with the pub matches, it's tough to always gauge the skill differential between both sides. First cap does come in. Don't know how these matches are going to go. Of course, this is all... Remember, for those of you coming from the competitive side, this is... Never know what you're going to get. You have 4th point pressure already. Got one garrison in the middle of La Marina. Check to see how it's faring. This is the point we saw earlier. See, this is the part where, just my opinion, but I don't like going for the quick 4-point play. I mean, you could bet pretty much any amount of money into guessing that they ain't gonna be ready. And so I just like duke it out over the middle for a little bit now. Got just a little force here. Now, the Axis didn't get up the garrison, so it doesn't look as lethal as I would anticipate it. Kate asks, what do you think of the Canadians so far? I mean, seems fine. I don't think there's too big of a difference. I haven't actually had a chance to play them on the ground just yet. But the map seems pretty good. I mean, for me, it's a little bit too early to tell exactly if there's a big benefit to them versus any other faction. Just yet. But I'm assuming we'll hear about it over the next couple days. Okay, so good defense here, and one of the main reasons we have a nice little garrison over here in the hard camp, so that's able to offer some, a bunch of people responded, so that's very good to see. For those of you just joining, just doing a short pub stream on the console side. Snoochie Boochie over there. Nope. And what's nice about Juno is that when you have midpoints like this, there's a ton of different buildings. Now, how many of these buildings are accessible? I don't exactly know yet. Sherman goes out into the main road. Driving all the way through here. Hello there, Awake. Welcome. Bombing run called to the Market Square. But yes, that's the one thing I'm wondering as far as exploring these buildings and just getting a feel for How many can you actually get in versus... Because I want to see as many being accessible as possible to offer just a good mix of a change, the ability to change the battlefield a little bit, or change the fighting. I like giving a lot of options to the infantry. So we got that building that's accessible. Console scene is seeing a little bit of stuttering going on as far as these go. Got a little bit of shakiness to this map for the console. I haven't tried it out on PC yet, but we'll fit in a stream for sure. Slick shooter. Oh, nice little flamethrower action there from Jungle Goat Chess. Let's try to get a little view here what this looks like on the ground without all the markers across. Now, I have not turned my brightness up. I'm keeping the brightness at 100% right now. Let me actually go ahead and remove the Axis and the Canadian just to get some shots here. Just keep the brightness to the bottom right of the screen. But yeah, so far, I like the map. I think it's got some serious potential. It will be a map that will be fantastic for the mine layers out there. Laying down plenty of AP mines all in these little alleyways and stuff. Tankers are going to have a tough time in mostly urban environment, although there are some spots that are more wide open. Can you hear enemy players' local chat now? No. That is, in Vietnam, I'm 99% sure it was just a bug, unfortunately. Unless there is some type of overwhelming demand on Reddit where people make a post and it gets thousands and thousands of likes. That's what I would recommend. If you're going to make a move like that to really say, hey, we like the prox chat in Vietnam, please, please keep it. Because it was nice, I'm not going to lie. They just need to add a toggle to make sure to turn it on and off for certain people, just in case things get toxic, as we all know most likely that they will. What check? Canadians trying to build back up here a little bit. Axis on... I mean, it's pretty clear. It's like who's the Canadians and who's the Axis. Obviously, coming from the beach, going to be the Canadians. But no, there is no enemy prox chat listening to that in World War II. It was just a bug, I'm assuming, in Vietnam, unless they decide to make it a feature. It would be so cool, though. It really would. Okay, the Canadians setting up shop here. We got one tank over here to the far left, a medium. Supply truck coming on down. Some raspberries working their way about here. Trying to get into La Marina. The Canadians, though, are dedicating a decent chunk of forces to the defense. Not too shabby. Sherman's going to push forward here into the alleyway here down the little street. Axis not committing too many bodies to the defense just yet. No AT players yet by the Sherman. Mongolian Tiki with a sniper rifle ready to go. Awake says, W video today. I didn't play too much of the open beta this weekend. I've been cautiously optimistic of Vietnam since it was announced. Good to see that there was a delay announcement. Yes, delay announcement. That was good. It was, well, I say it's good as far as the developers and everybody at Team 17 saying that, hey, we won't have time to address everything before launch, and we don't want to partially... Let's see what happens here. Take us down. Garrison is locked. Gets to dismantle. But yes, I want to make sure I say express my words cautiously, I'll find the right words. The words are, I am happy that Team 17 decided that, hey, we're not going to be able to get everything fixed, and we're going to postpone it. I don't know if I agree with people saying, okay, you guys should delay it, you guys should delay it, you guys should delay it. Because you never really know the true capabilities of what a team has, and what resources they could call in, what is the actual latest state of the game internally. So I would have rather asked them to really think about what kind of condition they're going to launch the game in, versus telling them to delay. I don't know, it just sounded weird to me. Because it's almost like you're at a company, you're about to release a new product, and people from whoever get a sample of it and they say, oh, this product sucks, it's not ready. But meanwhile, internally, you're working with, oh, no, we're way ahead of that by now. We figured out this issue, that issue. I don't know. I just want to be careful my word, how I phrase it. But I'm happy that Team 17 decided that, hey, we're not going to have the game at launch in a pretty good condition, and we're going to delay it. So that was very good for them to make that call. And now they have more time to... the biggest thing has to be on everybody's mind is getting a console beta out for Vietnam. Just so people can try it. Whatever method they need to do, just try to get something out there for everybody to experiment with. Because for the console people, I have a lot of console fans, and them to pre-order a game and get it and then not be able to play it at all, man. Like, oh, gosh. You gotta test it out on the console scene. Taryn Boot says, played last night so far. Love the new map and faction style. Little pricey for new uniforms, but overall happy with it. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the uniform prices, how they set those and everything, but to me, with a DLC, I don't know, I would feel for I forgot how much, $6 or something like that, but I would give everybody a decent chunk of stuff, like a good chunk of uniforms, but that's just me. Yeah, the map overall, I think, is going to offer a lot of variety for people when it comes to different types of battles. We got a Tiger here moving down the road. Haven't seen the smoke shells be deployed just yet. Dunn's trying to give chase to it. We got that one guy, Flaming Bear Wolf, Webb. Good triple team of potential AT players waiting to take him out, and they all pounce. No rockets for Webb, just a satchel. But yeah, overall I'm happy with it right now. It seems like the night map performs better than the day map for console, because I'm not stuttering like I was earlier. I was stuttering on the day map. Mines! Satchel place on the left-hand side. And the Tiger will go bob up and Dewey here in just a moment. There we go. Okay, Tiger's wiped. Market Square down to the bottom. I'm just glad we got to experience the night map a little bit. Got a little wave down here, Canadian forces to the bottom left. Got a very large cemetery here. Triple there for Tim. Wiping out 3 in the street. But that's what I mean. You have all these little battles. It's like, as we said earlier on stream, it's like a Karen Tam with it's like a beach version of Karen Tam. Karen Tam with a beach. Oh, talking all day today. Milkman to the bottom. Booze. Little fight over cemetery. Now Wake says, I think if they would have called it early access and not a full release, there would have been more grace about the issues. Yes. Twitch, the sound of Canadian trucks are really awesome. Oh, I guess I didn't pay too much attention. Kev the Dad says, how do you like the new map? I like it. I do. I think it's going to be a very sort of, what am I trying to say here? It's a beach map without the potential really for a box out, unless the Canadians get to the beach, which by then it makes sense. But as of right now, I'm really liking all the little battles that you see. There are just tons of cover. It's lots of buildings, walls, courtyards, bushes, trees. A lot of depth to this map. That's what I'm trying to say. lot of depth. That's what makes it nice. I'm looking forward to the first competitive match on it. Which actually may... Well, I mean, we did have one earlier today, but it was more of a mixed one, so people were still exploring. Let's go take a look over here by La Marina. Andrew commanding today for the Axis. Once again, if you're just joining me, I'm your host today, Smithers, for just a casual little pub stream. Not going to be on too long, but just want to get a little taste of Juno yet again. Get some footage. See, that's what I mean. All this a lot of coverage around there. Plenty of places to hide, get away from gunfire. Teeny weedy. Looking to get a satchel on. Medium crew spotter, unfortunately not looking. Terraboot says, IHL from day one, my expectations were low, so I was never disappointed. But I still talk about how exciting it was when they released the vaulting patch. Oh man, that's going way far back. Mamma mia. Yeah, yeah. That's going way back. Yeah, there's been so many updates over the years to HLO. The Panther coming online. I mean, the biggest recent one, and for those of you who did recently just started playing, going down to one artillery gun? Oh my gosh. I remember games where you had 3 guns going, 2 people apiece, just pounding the living daylights out of the point. Oh! Absolutely crazy. That was, I mean, there's been so many really big updates over the years. Really has. I mean, you talk about, if you want to go farther back, adding the Soviets on him. When Ramagan came out. I'm talking a lot today. Camp progress still coming in for the Canadians down here. Yeah, it's really good to see, obviously, that even after, what, 5.5 years or so, like how much has changed. Oh no! Canadians stopped their camp progress. La Page. Holding still. La Marina. Oh, yeah. Oof. Big spawn wave down below. And we got some barricades being built. Just enough to hold them back with that big spawn wave right there in the middle, because there are no other garrisons on the map, except for this one right there. So the blueberries are forced to come back to the defense. Satchel goes off over here to the left. We're one good grenade toss from this being all toast. Very good fights. Yeah, progress did stall. Canadians holding on just barely. They're forced by Market Square. Still hanging in there. Look at that. All we need now, everybody, is a bombing run. That's all we need. We need a nice, big, juicy bombing run coming right down the middle from the Axis. Oh my gosh, that would be a legendary bombing run. Oh, grenades. Oh man, got some good grenade tosses. Bridget says, the days of not-so-friendly artillery fire. Yes. Yeah, now artillery has to be somewhat coordinated with, with their own dedicated unit. But yeah, back in the good old days, anybody could just jump on artillery anytime they wanted to. You know, random Joe Schmo doing their thing and knocking out friendlies, and they get vote kicked. Blueberries, Canadians, pretty compact here. Market Square still has some OPs by it. Stratica says, you have the perfect broadcaster voice and vibe. Oh, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've been doing this a while. I streamed so much, man. So I think I got, I mean, I forgot how many streams it was ago, but there was a point where I was like, you know what, I'm pretty comfortable doing this. I could stream any game, no matter how big the odds. Well, what's at stake? And I feel pretty confident. This will, I mean, gosh, I don't even forgot how many streams I'm up to, but maybe 600 by now, 600 live streams. Did you enjoy your experience of Vietnam? Did it have that HLL feeling for you? I did enjoy it. I just published my beta release. If you want to check it out, I'll paste it in here in a few minutes. I did enjoy it. I did have fun. But I did a review video that I just posted earlier today, so if you want to check it out. But overall, yes, I did have fun. It did have the HLO feeling to it. I think the bugs and technical issues that people were having overmasked a lot of the good things that were there. I think a lot of people saw the negative and nobody really posted about the positive, from at least what I've seen. Yes, it had the HL feeling. Now, is it quicker? Yes. I think they're slightly trying to appeal to a larger audience base with maybe let's say a 10 to 15% increase in movement speed. So that is you have to adjust yourself to that. But overall, the strategy, the tactics, yes, it did have the hella loose feeling. Do they have to make some nerfs to the MV8 tunnels? Yes. If they do that, then it will have a really good... I'll feel much better about it. The tanks, they need to be nerfed. Or the AT weapons buffed, and one or the other. You know, it could go either way. But as far as the overall feeling of, hey, we got to get up garrisons, we got to think about where we're pushing, we got to watch out we got to control our borders, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we definitely have to. There's that hella loose feeling to it, 100%. But it's going to take a little bit for, as soon as they clear up the bugs, get that going, get all that, and get a fresh new beta out there for people to start seeing clearly what the potential is. But the helis, the boats, the bombing runs, I mean, overall, like, if you want to take it at a beta value, then yes, I did have fun, and I felt like it, definitely felt like HL. You still have to coordinate. If you don't coordinate, if you don't think about your actions, if you just go out about willy-nilly, then you're going to pay the price. Not like in Battlefield or Call of Duty, where you could just run and gun all day long and spawn back pretty much instantly and do your thing. No, you got to, there are consequences to your actions in Helios. In Vietnam, still. That's the way I think about it. Stratica says, like, I can imagine you calling a baseball game easily. Oh, thank you, buddy. Yeah, right now, as far as like a career thing, I'm trying to figure out where the streaming thing is going, seeing what the potential is, and we'll go from there. But I'm just thinking short term right now, because with Vietnam coming out in a couple months, there's going to be a lot of hype action, and then I'll see what I want to do. But it's one of those things where hella loose games will always be around to be called. But yeah, baseball, I played baseball. I mean, I didn't play professionally, but I played baseball when I was younger. Big fan of baseball. Was about, how many years of my life was baseball? About, what, 12, 13 years of my life, baseball. So yeah, I played pitcher. Pitcher was my thing. A little bit of third base. That was it, pretty much. Pitcher and third base. That was my life. Okay, what do we got on the map? We have the Axis coming up closer. They have a whole bunch of bodies all around here, but the Canadians holding on strong. The hella loose version of baseball is what we call DMT. That is a tank-only tournament. Maybe even more like golf. It's like a blend of golf and baseball when it comes to the amount of action. Pickle. Pickle. Oh, it's shot right in the back. No. Okay, one second. Let me just get my link for the open beta in case you want to watch it, everybody. You just see what I have to say. It's only 17 minutes, so you should be just fine. You can watch it over the course of a couple of bathroom visits. Open beta review if you want to watch. Da, 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 da. Okay, very good fight so far. Very good fight between both sides. Canadians doing a good job defending La Marina. Canadians take the advantage over on Market Square. We got a good chunk of OPs, plenty of bodies coming around. We have a tank coming over from the left side. Let's go take a look. Oh! Big spawn wave right in the middle. And that'll save it, at least for right now. Got one tank coming over to the left side. We have some slight ambient plane sounds in the distance. Sounds like a storage, maybe? Possibly. No. Maybe a little bit quiet. Maybe a little bit louder. Good to go. With the MG. Canadians resumed their camp progress. So we are Market Square. Nope. Another big small wave right in the middle. The garrison has been marked. Will we see a bombing run called in from the commander in just a moment? Artillery strike. Remember, if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to take a second, hit that like button real quick if you could, please. If you have any questions, go drop those in chat. Happy to answer any questions you may have. Sadly, for the Canadians, they will not be making a comeback here, at least for the moment. Axis will take La Marina. It was a good fight, though. It was good. There's still 46 minutes left on the clock, so we'll have to see how they were able to reorganize themselves. Fish whistle. Any notice? JP Watershoes says, JP Watershoes. Grenade! Oh. Grenade made him panic for sure. You heard that. Heard that fuse. Okay. JP Watershoes, any noticeable bugs from this update? I know in the past every update broke something that wasn't broken. Yeah, we are in the middle of a testing phase right now. I can't comment on that for sure. I haven't heard anything. Now, there is a championship game. There are 3 championship games on the PC side for the competitive league this weekend. And teams are listening, checking for bugs, doing the just testing everything out on their own servers, seeing if there are any issues. So if there are issues, I will undoubtedly hear about it pretty quickly. But no, I mean it's just the first day today, and so I as far as I know, nothing has been found yet. But yeah, you're totally correct. In the past, when updates were released, it broke something. I think the biggest issues in the past have been with the servers, as far as lagginess and crashes and stuff. I mean, there have been some bad ones in the past. We all know that. But so far, I've been. I mean, this is my second game stream today. So far, so good. Oh, Dix Insider took so long to peek up around the corner, but Shadow Warrior waited just the amount of perfect time. Okay. Canadians trying to fight their way back in. Now the Axis approaches, for those of you new to this, they can go around here without having to worry about the bridges. But here, it's kind of you got a funnel. And then over here, you have the other bridge as well. So the Canadians have a little bit of better chance to defend, although, just like with Utah, Omaha, it is wide out in the open. Let's go check the front line. Good hold inside the building. And during all that time of no HUD on Marina, they've been able to get some cap progress back on in. We got a Sherman up here to support. Splashing over here behind the building. Blueberries coming on out here. And it looks like get to your second meal time. I think it says meal time. Meal time. Canadians. All right, there we go. Go up 2-3 and Market Square lightly defended right now. The Axis have a half track. Remember, half tracks, everybody, are 150 fuel now, as opposed to 300 before. Much cheaper. Does Vietnam feel more arcade? I like the rawness of this game. Yeah, there's a slight touch of like a dash. You know, kind of like when you're making chicken soup or maybe some spaghetti. And you go to put like a nice little, like a little bit of Parmesan cheese over it. Not soup, but the spaghetti. You put some Parmesan cheese over it, like that nice little thin layer. That's probably the layer of arcadiness to Helios Vietnam. Just enough where you notice it. You could taste it a little bit, and you go, okay, I get what they're going for here. So does a little bit. The movement speed, I did feel quicker. I did feel like I was able to maybe go about a little bit easier. Yeah, you're right. The Helios World War II will have that same raw feeling. Now, when it comes to the Helios base, like I mentioned earlier, you still feel like it's hella loose. You still got to put up your outposts. You got to get up your garrisons. You got to drop supplies. You got to build nodes. You got to protect your tanks. You got to do all that stuff. You're going to pay the price if you don't watch what you're doing. Not like in Battlefield or COD where there's no real penalty for jumping all around. You can go spawn on that person, this person, whatever. Because those games are built around very fast, super hyper fast games to get you in the action. They want you in the action all the time. They don't want you to really have any downtime. Whereas Helios, you have more downtime. If you mess up, if you don't look where you're going, then your penalty is, okay, now you gotta stay at the redeploy screen, buddy. Because you think this is just a run and gun shooter, do whatever you want kind of game. Vietnam will, yeah, it does have that feeling. Now, the game will feel faster because of the overall pace with the Helios and tunnels. Now, they need to nerf the tunnels. The Helios can be seen from the sky. Duh, obviously. I don't know why I even said that. But they gotta nerf the tunnels, and I think there's a chance for some new strategies and tactics to take place. That's the big benefit I see with Vietnam, and that's why I'm excited to play it, because it's going to open up this new era of teams planning and doing a bunch of just cool stuff. There's going to be a lot of cool cinematic moments. Are the Canadian classes same as the UK? To be honest, I looked at the release earlier. I didn't have a chance to do much comparison, so I can't answer that at the moment. Are you watching a console or PC match? This is just a pub stream. Just a pub stream on just a public console server. So not official match. My official matches will be tomorrow. We're going to have one match in the afternoon for D-Day. Then we will have a D-Day 24/7 console. It's going to be all console tomorrow. So that'll be tomorrow. And then, of course, plenty of stuff over the weekend. Do you prefer to use a controller or keyboard and mouse to cast? I prefer a controller to cast, a mouse and keyboard to play. Controller, you just have much more, a smoother approach to it. The joysticks are really nice to use. Mouse and keyboard, not so much. I actually have to start moving over my controller to stream the PC matches, because I haven't done that yet. I literally just keep forgetting to practice. But good questions. Deathless says Vietnam feels completely undercooked. Yes, there was a little bit undercookedness to it, 100%. The base though is solid, and now they have 2 months to figure things out. So I am optimistic that they're gonna get it right. I have to be optimistic. I hate to be pessimistic all the time. That's not how you live your life. That's how I live it. Have you played Juno yet, Smithers? Yes, I did play it last week a little bit. And now I've been casting it today. Triple. I like it so far. I really do. It seems like this server is running it much smoother than the server did earlier. I don't feel the same stuttery that I did. Yeah, I get a sense that there's going to be a lot more. There won't be as great of a chance as a box out as there are on the other maps. On the other beach maps, we all know there's that open space between all the hedgerows, and one team gets boxed out, and it's just a grind back and forth, shooting amongst hedgerows. Not this map. This map's a little bit different. Kilo putting a mine to the back of the Panzer IV, and then we have a satchel on the right side. 2 mines for Kilo. This Panzer IV is nowhere to go, man. They can roll forward or to the left. And done. Perfect. 34 minutes left on the clock. Yeah, it's funny, for Vietnam, I was pretty optimistic on Friday about things. I was thinking, okay, but then as I started playing it over and over, I thought about it. I was... Yeah, I was like, okay, this is like 75% done. Granted, everybody just got to keep in mind that the bugs we see, the bugs we experience, at least from my perspective, I don't know how technically demanding that is to fix. Is it, okay, let's spend 1 day, that's like a 4-hour task, 6-hour task. And where la Bajou Blueberry in this one? Took him out. Okay, 32 minutes left to go. Axis have a nice big wave over here on the front line, everybody. No real pressure on Market Square just yet. Everything looks okay. Triple says spending 20 hours coming up with crazy comp. Starts like already sniped. not too sure what you're saying there, buddy. Remember, if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to take a second, hit that like button if you could, please. We're on a public server today, console scene. We've seen, how many caps have we seen, ladies and gentlemen? We've seen 1, 2, 3 captures so far, I believe. Axis in control, Canadian struck back, recaptured 4th. Nothing organized here, really. Just a bunch of random people. Just testing out the new Juno beach map. So far, majority of the vote just slightly say they love it. 30% though, they have not played it yet. Which makes sense, it's just the first day. Comes on out. That took me by surprise. Andrew Johnson says, how is the new update? So far, just got a smidgen of it, but it's good. The big test will be this weekend. The big test is, we have, on the PC side, everybody, we have 3 championship games going on. So the championship games on the PC side will test everything that's going to be available in the new update. If there are bugs, they will find them. I am 100% confident. And bro, the Juno you got now is the best it's going to get. T17 reworks do. Yeah, well, yeah, just gotta wait and see. I mean, I think the most detrimental update issues they've had in the past was the ancillary effects of servers crashing all the time. Like, oh my gosh. Servers crashing, players crashing, mamma mia, over and over and over again. Nice double action there with the Bren and Sten. What is the second most recently nice? Yeah, I think Remagen. Yeah, Remagen. Yep. Remagen Bridge. Now, I wish they would have kept 2 versions of Remagen in the rotation. Having one version with just the solo bridge, and then the other one with the pontoon bridges. I think that would have been nice. Or with the pontoon bridges and the middle bridge. That could have been good. We have some camp progress over here on Market Square. We've got some blueberries coming in from the northeast. And this is what I'm saying, everybody. You have so many opportunities for teams to come back in this map. With all the different buildings, terrain changes. There's just a lot of chances for people to hide, sneak around, make flanking plays. Okay, here we go. Spending 20 hours coming up with crazy comp strats. Okay, like Artie said. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, the Artie snipes back in the day, man. For those of you who don't know, back in the day of the beginnings of competitive Helios. Oh, there's the moonwalk bug. Slip it. The sliders bug right now. But back in the day, there was your teams would prep for these crazy rocket snipes. Or arty snipes. In competitive Helios, you would want to take out the enemy artillery first. I mean, that was one of their main goals, to take out enemy artillery. Stop them from having all the massive camp weight. Market Square is not going their way. Canadian forces got to fall back over here to La Marina. But yeah, there would be some crazy strats as far as planning. Hey, we're going to shoot rockets from 800 meters and knock out the enemy artillery. We're going to put a tank in our own HQ. And then snipe to the enemy's artillery. Believe it or not, it is possible. It was done on Remagen. Go back. Stewie Satchel getting it taken out. Canadians surprisingly able to hold them off. They got enough circle pressure, but the Axis are pouring in from the west. They got reinforcements coming off the bridge. No. But yeah, Remagen was a map where you could put a tank in the top left HQ. So think visually, Remagen Axis, top left HQ, and shoot all the way over into the Allied artillery and take it out. Sushi Milk gets a couple. When you think about it, God, nobody's POV is working. But when you think about it, that tank crew can sit there and just reload, fire, reload, fire. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing you can do about it. Unless as allies you're able to get across the bridge, which is next to impossible. Exiled says, Smithers, my man, what happened with Helios? Heard you're over at TL now. Helios no more? Helios is no more and TL is no more. TL was about a one and a half month project that died out. A bunch of people went to other teams. Then again, we really don't know how many people were actual players versus mercs. There was like a weird mix between that. Turns out a lot of them were mercs. So that's the end of that, and I got to figure out what is on the PC side at least. What's going to happen on the console scene? Playing for 22nd for ID and Summit. Then we have. Then I command sometimes for 2.6 on the console side. Sapi gets with the Canadian flamethrower. Oh, from the bush! From the bush! Damn. He's on a good run there. ESPT versus WTH. What are the other two matches? There is... Hold on one second. Let me take a look, buddy. Just want to make sure I get him 100%. We have Omen versus CU. So Omen's a German team. CU is a Chinese team. And then Ocelots versus Circle. That will be on Carentan. And then Omen versus CU is on Omaha Beach. WTH versus ESPT will be on Hurricane Forest North Pass. That is the lineup for this weekend. All on Sunday. Market Square flickers a little bit. We have the Sherman back here taking a few shots. Baby Burn would spend 50 hours coming up with something in private servers just for it to not work during the game. Yes, Baby Burn. Baby Burn, for those of you who don't know, is a legend in the Hella Loose competitive community. The PC side, and even some console players know about Baby Burn. Baby Burn, Baby Burn, Baby Burn. Ooh, Baby Burn. What you say now? Z's coming around the corner. Voice is starting to give out a little bit. Been talking a whole bunch today. The Vietnam Open Beta review took a lot out of me. A few reviews in there and revisions. Got to tweak this, tweak that. Camp progress still coming in. Canadians losing it. They're going to have to make a call back. They got a garrison over here to the east. Doesn't look good, everybody. Axis looking to solidify this one. The Canadians already have presence over there by win 29. A new number I have to get used to. Could see the cap come in. No garrisons, no outposts over here. So it doesn't look good. Oh, no. Hold on. They're holding La Marina. Wasn't expecting that. They won some gunfights. Ding dong. SpongeBob. Good job by the Sherman crew. Matt Will, Blueberry, Labajou. Stuka lands over there. Sherman takes out that boom, I believe. Yes, they do. So the Canadians save it. The Canadians save it, everybody. Miraculous. Sucks, man. Go play for Chimera. Let Cheesecake get back on an MG. Oh, I would love to play for an Aussie team, but the time zone difference will be an absolute nightmare for me. The Aussie accent is... Hey, so far the collisions on Juno Beach haven't been too bad. Oh no! They were satcheled this whole time? I had no idea. Market Square... Yeah. But the good thing is they did save La Marina. So that is okay. But yeah, the Aussie accent is probably damn near favorite accent, I have to imagine. Probably the only one that would surpass that would be the Irish one, but there's no real Irish team. It would be cool, though. That's beautiful. 3 flamethrowers in one area? They're looking for him. "17 minutes left to go. Canadians, remember, held on to La Marina despite an overwhelming attack by the Axis. Very interesting. We got an airhead over here to the left side. Let's go take a look here to see. I want to see smoke shells. I want to see one of these tanks. Exiled says, yeah, we make you laugh that much with all our shit talk. Your cortisol levels will be all-time low, meaning you won't need sleep. It's science. Is CeeLo Heights still coming? I think so. I think they're still working on it. I think they wanted to get the Canadian beaches, or the Canadian stuff done out, make sure that's good. And then, I'm assuming maybe in July they'll release CeeLo Heights. My assumption. A little bit of cap progress over here by Market Square. However, Lumbarina is under threat again. Marina. Bombing run is falling over by Market Square. Okay, we have a Canadian bombing run coming down here. Now listen to the Canadian bombing run. Slightly different than the British one, I believe. Now, as far as which planes they have coming in from both sides, I have to do my research. I'll be honest, the Canadians are... I don't know much about the Canadian loadouts in World War II. I know where they fought, a lot of places where they fought and stuff. I'd never really researched what kind of weapons, the planes, what they made their own, what they borrowed from the British. Do you have camp progress on 5th? No garrisons built. The Axis have one up there to the top right. This may be the end of the pub match, everybody. Deathless on Twitch says... Oh, let me get a little POV here of Private Gringo. Deathless on Twitch says... Oh, let me keep the HUD up. Deathless on Twitch says, I feel this new current HL update isn't well thought out. The new AT nerfs and the tank changes will make the tanks way too strong. Yeah, that's my fear too, buddy. Yeah, I made an update 20 video. That was one of the big things I'm scared about. It's just, I don't know. I mean, one of my biggest predictions is that the commander is going to have a lot of fuel. Tanks are going to live long. At least, I mean, you have competitive matches, public matches. Public matches, you never really know, just because of you don't know what you're getting. But with competitive matches, I think tankers are going to... I mean, commanders are going to be sitting on a lot of fuel. They're going to want to constantly be converting. But yeah, I have a... We're going to see this weekend. I mean, that's for sure. There's a lot of high-stakes competitive games going on for Hella Loose. And if you want to think about the competitive scene, they're going to wring the update. They're going to squeeze everything out of it to see what's there. Next is Lake Balaton, and then CeeLo Heights at the end of the year. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, thank you, Glider-tastic. But yeah, that's I'm worried about the tank. Like just 3 shots to the front for the heavies. Oh my gosh. Now, the counter to that is that tankers will have a little bit more incentive to make riskier plays, I want to say, which could get them knocked out. AT guns, though, are buffed. AT guns are buffed. AT players are nerfed, but AT guns, so it's going to incentivize more AT guns. If you look at the damage. Now, how many shots before, after to a heavy versus now, I don't know, but AT guns did get a buff, so you got to keep that in mind as well. Now, as far as recon tanks go, recon tanks did take a nerf to rockets, so now there are going to be only one rocket. Keep that in mind. I mean, but heavies, we got to see how it plays out on mass. We have a question from Triple H or Triple Smithers. What are your top 5 favorite HL maps? Ooh, top 5 HL maps. Number 1, let's see. Probably go with the classic like SME. I think you have to go map and midpoint, personally. Map and midpoint. SME, though, is very nice. I like SME. Just has 3 solid midpoints, good mix of city and open fields. Have had a lot of great streams on SME. Number 2, I mean, SMDM's a classic. I mean, you got to go SME, SMDM. So let's get those out of the way. What else do we have on the list? We have, let's see, Hurricane Forest, Siegfried Line, I think is a very fun point to cast. When you have really good two really good teams. I've casted some bangers on that one. Foy Dugout Barn is probably one of my so good. Such a good one. Then we had to see how Juno Beach fares. Juno Beach is quickly becoming one of my favorites. Just aesthetically, it's very, very nice. For those of you just joining, this is a casual console stream. Not taking this too seriously, so please ask any questions you have. Yeah, Hurricane Forest, Siegfried Line, Juno Beach is quickly becoming one of my favorites. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that... I got the map list right next to me. Smolensk, I can't give a rating to just because I've never really played it. It's pretty much disconnected from all servers. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's good. I'm looking at all the maps. Carentan's a classic. Do you like Carentan? The only thing about Carentan is I wish more of the buildings were accessible. Commanding Comp is already converting the fuel all the game is still... Yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, with the 2 heavy minimum, or 2 heavy maximum, every single game I'm converting fuel. And in Vietnam, if you watch my VODs from Vietnam, oh my gosh, was I converting it like crazy. I was converting fuel, manpower, fuel, or converting everything to munitions. When everything was off cooldown, it's converting. Now, will that change with Vietnam? Yeah, well, when they start adding more expensive helos with rockets, machine guns, whatever, what have you, yeah, it's going to change. Heavier tanks, maybe? I don't know. I'm not, to be honest, I don't know too much about the armor warfare in Vietnam. Obviously, the terrain played a big factor, but as far as the urban battle goes, not too sure. Thought they would pull a dice and ditch the game, just like how they didn't make the Russian DLC on Battlefield 5. Yeah, Battlefield 5, yeah, there's a lot. I wish I could blend Battlefield 5, parts of it, with Hell Let Loose. I feel like if you put... Oh, this looks a bit of trouble here for Big Boy Joe. If you could blend that somehow, oh my gosh, you have some like a really good World War II game. Like at the physics destruction, oh my gosh. It'd be so cool to have in Helios, it really would. It would totally change how teams, because you gotta dynamically adapt to what buildings are destroyed and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the recon tank nerf was good, yeah. Yeah, SME is it's such a good mix and have had so many good matches on that one. Hey Braz, it's Brass. We have okay, the Canadians coming in, capturing middle here. The Axis looks like they struggle with the trucks a little bit. The sound balance on the map is terrible. Yeah, I noticed. Well, they have a lot of... Okay, you're probably talking about the gunfights and explosions out on the front line. I'm assuming that's what you're referring to. Good. Okay, Canadians gonna get Le Soleil for the one sun. I mean, for today in my streams. So most likely be the last match we'll do. It's getting a short little one to try out everything for Juno Beach. I don't know what it is with the map design at Team 17, but it doesn't have the magic that the old Black Matter maps have. Yeah, it's trying to think. I mean, Elsenborn, I do like Elsenborn Ridge. Yeah, but it's funny how there's always those qualitative things that you just can't put like you can't put a strict definition on it. It's like just magic. You got to remember too that a lot of the maps that Black Matter have were reminiscent of Band of Brothers, and so when you played those maps, you're like, oh man, this is exactly what they did in Band of Brothers, or this is the map that they had in Band of Brothers. And so you had that really good nostalgia connection. Whereas these new maps, there's really no TV show or anything that we watched that connected Juno Beach to anything. So I think there's going to be a little bit of nostalgia stuff to it. And these are maps that no other game has done before. I don't think anything was ever done with Elsenborn Ridge. Like, I mean, Foy, you could go back to the original Call of Duties if you go all the way back. But you got there's that little bit of in your brain as far as like, oh man, Carentan, that's right. They did this in this movie, and they fought here, and oh man, this is so cool to actually play on this. So I think there's a little bit of that back. That's cool how you can float around. Is that new? Oh, this is just admin camp, buddy. Been around a long, long time. I just get the permissions from the server owner, and we fly around, and I get to see everything. Triple H, you've named pretty much all the older maps as your faves. I feel the same way where I like the older maps more than the new ones. What's your favorite post-Carentan map? Post-Carentan. Post-Carentan. Let me take a look at my handy-dandy list. Post-Carentan? Post-Carentan. I would say Elsenborn. It's going to be Elsenborn Bridge or Omaha. One of those two. I'll go with Omaha. Yeah, I'll go with Omaha. Okay, we get some little bit of map action, see what's going on. The Canadians did cap first. So they're up 3-2. Fourth point is La Saint-Pierre-Soulé. Down here to the bottom, they actually have some nice garrisons established, so those are good to go. Commanding today for the Axis is Sergeant Bluff. We'll find out who the Canadian commander is here in a moment. Let's go get some non-HUD footage, shall we? Of the creek movements. Remember, if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to hit that like button real quick if you could, please. Oh, grenade. Runs away. Oh, no, smoke grenade. For those of you wondering what the Canadian radio sounds like.
Communication is key. Keep the lines open. Enemy armor units expected.
A little bit of mix in there. A lot of potential with the radios. It would be cool if they had a... I don't know how difficult this would be to get, but let's say 50 or so phrases or things that they could cycle throughout the match. I think that'd be pretty cool. They just had those little things can add up, man. I mean, it's just an audio file, right, on the back end. Just to have like a big old audio file that they can cycle through and just keep a little bit of mix there. Hero, down below. Holding. Stormy on the opposite side. Hero. Little does he know he's only a few footsteps away from death. Stormy hears him stepping on the wood. Now, Hero, surprisingly, is holding in this area a long freaking time now. Meanwhile, Stormy has the patience, otherworldly amount of patience. Not moving, or it could be AFK. Could be one. It could be that. Okay, so we'll leave Hero be. Let's go take a look at the map. Canadians holding strong here in the middle. Axis got a couple garrisons established, looking okay. I'm waiting to see if we could spot some smoke shells being used. I am desperate for some smoke shells. I want to see them in action. Now, over this weekend, will we see them in action? Yes, we will. Okay, we got a Panther here. We'll go follow the Panther around for a little bit. Let's follow the Panther. Okay, we'll get to some questions here. Personally, I went from playing Battlefield 5 to playing HLL. I put like 1K hours on Battlefield and ended up with 4K in HLL. Oh, interesting. Much more depth to HLL that kept me around for longer. Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. I'm super surprised they upped this new content out, seeing the state of Russia maps, not to mention the Smolensk being a complete dumpster on performance. Yeah, I'm confused. I'll be honest, I'm very confused about that as the priorities go. I'm just wondering, there's got to be something inside, because they see all the bad news about Smolensk, and it's like, hey, you hyped up this map, you have all this good PR. Are you guys gonna follow up? You gonna follow up? Oh, thank you, Prince Coyote, for the subscription, buddy. Thank you, bud. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Man, the map is well balanced, in my opinion. The urban areas are very nice. A good mix between SMDM, Drill, and Carrington. Yes, I agree. It's got a very good mix. And I think competitive teams especially will like it because there's less of a chance of an actual box out. There's a real chance there of got some comms here. Shadow Warrior trying to sneak up to the left side. Yes, it's got a good mix of it, for sure. It's got a really good... I could see a lot of cool battles, little chance, not a great chance of being boxed out. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm so surprised about Smolensk. I don't know. I haven't seen anything internally, or I don't know. I wish I could answer you. I just don't know about that. Panther Crew still chilling. We got a machine gunner back here. Of course, not a satchel player. Battlefield 5 has to be the biggest waste of potential. Improve HL Vietnam needed a delay. Too many underbaked games. Battlefield 5 could have been a special, even though we got a major battles like D-Day. Yeah, it was a very confusing one, like I said. They obviously something going on in the background. Maybe the new young kiddos didn't like the idea of, or was like, I can't associate World War II. Look at Jean trying to fake out the Panther. Panther Crew's not buying it. He's trying to make him think he has a satchel. Oh, that's right. Yeah, but obviously in the background there were discussions, the metrics, whatever. Maybe the kiddos now just can't relate to Battlefield 6 or 5 and the World War II stuff, and we're like, ugh, this is dumb, and went on to something else. Which you could pivot towards Battlefield 6, much more modern and all that. Yeah, so maybe it's where they go, because they're investing a lot in Battlefield 6. That's very clear. That there's a ton of investment going on there. EA are honestly the worst. Yeah, I mean, they're going for the big bucks, man. They're going for the mass. I mean, their games are built around people who are really short on time, in theory, and just want to get in, play a quick game, and get out. They don't want to have to worry about the they don't have time, or they don't want to have to worry about the overall macro playing, the strategy, the Garys, spawn points. They just want to focus on fragging, taking an objective real quick, and just beating the crap out of each other. At least that's my assumption. And there's times for that. I mean, trust me, I played Battlefield 6 a lot. I played it, man, a lot. And I totally got it, but it burned me out pretty quickly. Because it just lacked that sense of team that you could find in Hell or Loose. Brothers in Arms was a really good one. That really was. Omaha does face a lot of risk with the box out, for sure. Yeah, a lot of clan servers will have it on loop today, yeah. Yeah, Smolensk, once again, I don't understand the performance part of it, and why wouldn't you want to prioritize that to make sure that, hey, you advertise the crap out of this map, we should probably get it running pretty good. I don't understand that, buddies. I don't... There's something to it. And I don't understand. And those are things we'll never know. Those are meetings in the back. Those are phone calls, Teams meetings, presentations. Devs pulling their hair out. Switching priorities. The manager says this, don't do that. We'll worry about some of this later. People are pulling it out of the server rotation, so we're not going to worry about it. We'll focus on that when X, Y, and Z are done. All those things are going on in the background. They're business, right? It's not just a bunch of developers sitting around and that's all they have. They just have to listen to themselves all day. Fortunately that's not the case. Anyways, we do have cap progress on middle going for the Axis. Canadians are giving a good counterattack though. The cap race is pretty close. Yes, Prince Coyote, thank you for the sub. And... the Canadians go up 4-1. Panthers coming on down below. Thor's left hook. Lying low. But we're on the German side, yeah. So nothing to fear there. Bunch of blueberries still over by 4th, 5th. Oh, facing a little bit of heat. Brumbar. Chilling. Under no threat. 5th needs some spawns. We got some over to the back. We got one tiger coming in from the panther, actually. Working their way down to the south, I'm assuming that's the panther we saw. Coming back towards the hard cap. Come on, I want to see some smoke. Haven't seen any smoke yet. Now this weekend during the competitive games, I'm super curious how the teams will use the smoke. Yeah, I had fun with Battlefield 6 for about 2 months too. But it's a game you could go over to if you're like, okay, well I don't want to have to worry about strategy or really anything. I just want to use some cool weapons and just maybe get a really bunch of kills. That's the type of game for that moment. Now, would I ever stream a Battlefield 6 match? Gosh, I mean, I don't know. That'd be tough. That'd be very interesting, but it'd be really hard to follow because everything is moving so freaking fast, man. But it's a game built, once again, for quick in and outs. You want to get a couple games in, bada boom, bada bing. You don't want to have to worry about teammates and really what they're doing for the most part. That's a good game. It's a good game for the time. You don't want to have to worry about talking, then yeah, Battlefield 6 for sure is for you. I don't think I hardly said anything at Battlefield 6. I'm not even sure if I spoke more than 25 words the whole time I played for 2 months. I can't even think of a time I was spoken to, really. Maybe in a tank. In a tank and in a helicopter. Canadians camping 5th. Fighting back, though. The Axis fighting back. And learning these strong points, of course, will be new to all of us. What is in the circle, what is not. We're looking at 4th right now, actually. We gotta go over here to 5th. Lots to learn. Deathless says, the map is amazing. It's the garbage performance you get that ruins it. Probably the best Russia map that comes out to date regarding design. Oh, for Smolensk. Yeah. The map is amazing, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where I just don't... I don't get it, man. There's obviously something going on that we don't know. I wish they would be able to make, like, if they would be able to make a polished announcement about it. Be like, hey, just FYI, we're not focusing on fixing the Smolensk performance issues because of X, Y, and Z. Okay. Well, at least we have a clear... We have understanding, but they want to keep that under wraps. So be it. Now, the Juno match earlier, the last EA game I enjoyed was Medal of Honor Allied Assault from 2001. Oh, mamma mia. Damn. That's going backwards. Bombing run coming in. This will be an Axis bombing run. Canadians forcing the Axis back here. Axis actually on a little bit of a counterattack towards 4th. Let's go check out 4th. Somebody's around, but the Axis need a garrison somewhere on the front line. Yeah, I'm not trashing Battlefield 6 anyway. It's just like I'm just saying it's a different type of game mode for different situations. You got to be in the mood for it. Just got to be in the mood. Roasted by Ling Ling. Just the wrong place at the wrong time. Okay, we got a once again a keep. I'm not seeing the Panther use or not using the heavy cruise use the smokes. Been waiting to spot it, but not quite seeing it. Firefly here. Mealtime says or asks, "Are you a PC or console main? If you could play one for the rest of your life, which would you go with?" Oh, I would probably go with PC. I mean, I find it much easier to move around and do my thing on PC than I do on console. But yeah, I could play PC or console. I'm pretty much used to both of them now. Oh, Firefly gets clapped. I've commanded, let's see, on console, 1, 2, 3, 4 competitive matches now. And it was a little bit of a hurdle in the beginning, but now it's fine. Seeing is a little bit difficult and response times are a little bit lower, so that's why I prefer PC. If I would get a pass to use mouse and keyboard on the console, just because I wouldn't be a good fragger at all. So if I don't think teams will worry about that, I would totally take it. Then I wouldn't have a difference. Wiliaz asks, are you an admin? I am not an admin, but I did get admin camera privileges. And for those of you wondering where I'm getting these questions from, I stream on Twitch at the same time as YouTube. So I look to my left for Twitch, and then I look to my right for YouTube. Yes, this is where I get admin privileges for the stream admin cam privileges from the server admin. I'm allowed to zoom around in the clouds like this. Of course, everybody knows me by now. I've streamed 600 games or something like that, so I probably have the most admin cam privileges out of any streamer out of all the servers. I probably have. I gotta be on everybody's Archon at this point. Gotta be in everybody's database when it comes to getting these. But so far in this pub match, Axis suffering. The Canadians coming up big time. 4-1 here with 59 minutes left to go. Remember, if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to take a second, hit that like button real quick if you could, please. If you have any questions, just keep popping those on in. I'd love to take the questions. I have around 4,500 hours in Hell Let Loose. Seen a thing or two. All jam-packed into my brain's hard drive. Been a part of the worst competitive matches and also some of the most exhilarating and exciting moments. Beating some of the best teams in crazy games. So many good memories. So many memories that I think about and I go, ooh, man, that was a good game. Or, oh man, that was a good bombing run that I had. Oh, what a peace strike. Oh, what an airhead. All those go around inside my brain. That Canadians getting a little bit closer, but the Axis putting up a really good defense. We got 2 garrisons back here. Artillery online. Canadians need to get something going along the bend. There's a lot of opportunities for the teams to come back here. There is. There's a lot of sneaky spots. You can put up garrisons, park a half-track. And remember, half-tracks with the latest update are only 150 fuel, everybody. So in your matches, if you're commanding or if you're... We have some salvaging from Villain. Hammering away here. He is salvaging a enemy tank. Remember, when you're on the battlefield, you can salvage the enemy's vehicles and send it back for your own resources. Isn't that amazing? Absolutely fantastic. Good defense of the Panther, and Villain was an assault player. Would have the ability to put a satchel on it if he got close enough. Smoke shells? Smoke shells? Remember, the Panther has been nerfed, everybody. It is not like what it used to be, but clearly, I'm assuming the Canadians have the Piant. Assuming they do. Actually didn't look it up beforehand, but I'm assuming that the AT players have the Piant. Satchel. side. You know what they should fix? The bipod deployment on the MG guns. Yeah, those can be kind of finicky, I know. Especially when you're on prone on top of a structure or something. Yeah, those could be super finicky. Or in windows too. Windows can be dicey. It would be nice to be able to lay down and bandage instead of being forced to bipod. Yeah. Okay, so we have 2 garrisons placed over here to the back. Axe is trying to get something going. We do have 1 Gary up to the north. "54 minutes left to go. Axis in full control, or Canadians in full control. Let's go here. Panzer IVs over here to the back. Just a solo though. Mealtime asks, so when you play competitive pub, are you commanding most of the time? Yeah, in competitive I'm commanding. I'm not shooting. It's either I'm commanding or I'm some type of defensive SL. Maybe if I'm lucky, defensive infantry. Because I can't shoot worth a darn against some of those top tier fraggers, man. Not the greatest. In a pub match, I'm pretty good at shooting. Like, I'm not too shabby, but in a competitive match, no way, Jose. But yes, in competitive, I'm commanding. In pub matches, I just do whatever I want. I just do infantry, just play AT, put some mines down, go engineer. I'm all over the board in pub matches. Now, in Vietnam, I can't wait to be a grenadier for the NVA, shoot down Helios, be a sheep machine gunner, be a... what else? Just drive the boats around, be a heli pilot. I'm a pretty decent heli pilot. Gotta work on my landing, though. So in NVA, or in Vietnam, I feel like I'm gonna have a what's the word? A little bit more of a wide variety. But yeah, commanding is my main thing. Cat progress coming in on 5th. Do they have enough a wave back here? I think it is anyone with a hammer. I think that's a salvage thing. You walk up to it, hold it down. I think you could salvage anything like that. We got a garrison right outside the circle, but the artillery strike is landing right on it. The garrison is over here to our left. Can we get a big save wave? Save wave? Ah, no save wave. Okay. And the Canadians will take the 5-0. Very nice. Okay, we'll do a little bit of the next one. Just a tiny smidgen. To see what the beginning looks like, I think a little bit. Who knows, maybe go a little bit longer. We'll see. Oh yeah, feel free to let me know what your in-game name is. Happy to get you some camera time. Matt Klein. Yeah, I do the Smithers camp when we have like super minimal delay. If I'm able to do the minimal delay, then yeah, I'll do the Smithers camp. But if it's like a competitive match where it's much longer, then yeah, there's really no point. But okay, we'll do a little bit more, ladies and gentlemen. And then we will be live a majority of the day tomorrow. Well, majority of the afternoon, I should say. Juno Beach. We're in Juno Beach Day this time. Wait for a few squads to fill on up here. Yeah, the UI is a little bit different. It's got a little bit, I think, a different color to the back, if I remember correctly. Just a smidgen. Okay, let's go ahead and find ourselves a little squad. Not gonna play commander. I mean, yeah, we're just gonna still dealing with the middle point of Le Soleil Rivière, which was the right point. Got the Sten gun M2. Got the Enfield number 2. Load real quick. Animation looks good. We have a Mills bomb grenade. We got a number 77. Gotta watch for the Canadian OP. Garrison. Binos. Prism number 2. And airplane tanks. There we go. Got an AVRE ready to go. Okay, we'll get a little taste here of this one. This is the day version versus what we had before. So we have Wind 29, we have Rothaus, Soleil, there we go. Let's see how the trucks try. Now, the trucks, I don't think I've seen too much. I haven't seen anything crash into the river yet, so we're okay as of right now. The first truck went back here. Your villain. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, I am way over here. Okay, so let's go to the middle. Zooming on up. Looks like one of the blueberries wants to test the water, maybe? Testing out. Testing out the stent. Alright, that'll be the end of the journey. You can click on players on the scoreboard now and prompt actions come up. Oh, interesting. I'll check that out. 125, and the Axis getting opening pressure here. Canadians counterattacking. Got one tank coming up from the top. Everybody's focused around the hard cap. We'll see where you're at, villain. You should be on the Axis side, I think, this time. See if we could spot you. Canadians starting getting some cap progress back here. No, the Axis are. There we go. And the Axis cap first. Did they boost the speed of the Canadian trucks, by the way? I don't know, but they sound really good. I don't know about boosting of the speed. There's villain. Oh. Got a little clip of you getting taken down. Do we feel? Yes, I do stream from a PS5. Oh. Axis holding strong here. Her old house. No coverage just yet. We got one outpost over there. We got a garrison sign asking if we built to left live. Canning tonight for the Canadians. You know what they also changed in the update? The occupants of a truck now have different stances. Oh, interesting. I'll have to take a look at that. I'm so used to not really focusing on the stances of people in the truck, but I'll take a look next time. What on earth? Yvonne? That climb out comes with a W. Okay, we have the Canadians. It's one of those things sometimes where I'm unsure if I need to put somebody in timeout or if they're just trying to increase the chat numbers. Jean Coulet, 69, coming on forward here. Axis holding strong here amongst the buildings. Hey, you can get on top of these roofs. It is possible. Somehow they did. Is there Oh, okay, okay. You jump on top of this roof. Okay, so it's really easy. Just go on that roof, go on this roof, and you're up there. Okay, so that makes sense. Everybody holding strong here. Really light over there on 4th, but no real pressure just yet. You know, it's morning. I love you. Crab Wizard. We have one tank to our left. Oh, one truck. Yeah, the trucks sound really beefy. After all that, damn. That's a shame. Thought he was going to go pretty far there. There you are, villain. Dodges around. Takes one shot, I think. But pulls out advantage. It's just okay. Yeah, I'm starting to feel a little bit more jitteriness or stutterness. Stutteriness? Is that a word? Stutter? A little bit more stutter on the day version than I do the night. So there is something there. Big chunk of those blueberries trying to push it down to the circle. Major Bummer. Now that's a good name. Very good fight, though. A little bit worried about the Canadians defending their 4th, but hey, we'll see what happens here. One OP established over to the right side. Looks like we have one squad playing some defense. W is a lot easier. That was good. Another truck attempts from Shimmy. Whoever he Vaughn is, he seems very loved. Alright, so we have the Canadians still trying to break through here, everybody, but Axis putting up a really tough defense in this courtyard. Almost need some artillery to slam this a little bit, knock off these troops off the roof. Villain taking a second to bandage. Man, villain. I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm trying to get you some camera time, but every time you do, you die. Oh, man. I'm trying to do a nice thing for a viewer. Get him a cool moment or two. Unfortunately, not working out so far. Fourth point, getting some pressure. The Canadians do have some spawn points around there, so they should be generally okay. Let's go check out the other areas of the map, shall we? Now watch, villain, you're going to go on a 10-kill streak right now, and I'm not looking at you at all. Mario, left 5. Coming back here to see what's going on in defense. And this is what I mean. You have so many different areas of cover in this map. So many little spots here and there where you can go in and just hide and peek around and do your thing. Which offers teams a lot of chances for comebacks. Cat progress did stall. Shucky Ducky over there to our bottom left. Exploring Juno Beach. Okay, let's try to get villain a clip now. Oh no. Oh, I thought the grenade bounced right next to him. The Canadian got away. There we go. Okay. Villain nails one grenade, lands a little bit. No! Oh, grenade lands right on Villain's back. Bombing run coming over to the right side. Looks like that's going to be good to go. Canadian still applying some pressure here. Not able to really penetrate the courtyard just yet. Blueberry sneaking around to the right side. Garrison reestablished. Canadians. Okay, they did pull back a number of troops to defense, so they should be okay now. We have an airhead landing to the northwest, so that looks to be good. There's the Phantom. Somebody forgot an asset. Out of all the things that have looked really good, this guy missed it through QA, man. Right in the middle of the point. Well, pretty much right in the middle. You know, one of the devs saw that and went, oh my gosh, you got freaking kidding me. I can't believe I forgot that. Villain. Let's see if I can get him killed. he gets two right before he's able to go back in the building. The airhead's right there. Villain. Oh no, villain, no. Oh no, villain. The airhead, buddy. Oh, the airhead. Gotta keep going. This is the airhead, though. Working his way back to the front line here. Axe is pretty much on the full attack towards fourth. A little bit of Canadian forces hanging out by mid, but nothing too serious. X-ray 1. Oh, the Canadian radio. Pretty sure that's... Yeah. But alrighty, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and conclude this Juno Beach pub stream. I think we got a... Timber asks, if an ally is blueberry, does that make enemies strawberries or tomatoes? We actually call them raspberries. Blueberries and raspberries. But yeah, thank you for joining me today, everybody. I think we got a good feel, at least a decent feel for Juno Beach in Update 20. Although we didn't get to see any smoke nades, unfortunately, coming out of the tanks. Smoke shells. But yes, thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to hit that like button real quick if you could, please. Check out my update, or my open beta review video on my channel for Vietnam. Hit that subscribe button if you like. And I will see you all tomorrow. Going to be live tomorrow afternoon for some D-Day event streams. So we're going to have Omaha, Juno Beach, I think. Just stuff going on. I have both the thumbnails posted, so you can check it out on my live channel. And we'll see what all kind of shenanigans we get into. Yes, thank you for joining, everybody. And I will, if you're interested, you can check out Competitive Hella Loose via my Discord. Smitherscast, discord.gg/Smitherscast, or the link is in my bio as well. And I think that is about it. That's about it. Yeah, thanks for all the questions. Thanks for all the interactions. Love it. Keep them coming. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.